What is up? How you doing, Grim?
Very good. What's shaking, everybody? How's it going?
Why don't you let people know what we're doing today? I think it's pretty obvious.
Gonna do some Secret Invasion episode 555.
Secret Invasion episode 5. Your thoughts so far on this are similar to mine, I think, where it's
medium.
okay.
Yeah.
So far. You know, I haven't been blown away thus far.
Again, I'm gonna harken back to my statement where
fantastic shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, lovely.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's my a lot going on shirt.
I like that. Continue.
Oh, I got a hair.
I own a husky. I got hairs.
I'm gonna harken back to what I said. I think a couple episodes ago, or maybe even a few times now. In that, I think this is more of a bingeable show. I think if you just ran the show start to finish,
even a movie might have been a bit more appealing to me. I think
weeks.
Yeah, that week in between, you know, I can't get back into it. I feel so. We're gonna start this one off with like pretty much right after what happened in the last episode, which was that hijack of the president's convoy there, which was intended to kill the president.
Didn't work.
But Fury's a badass.
That's right. And
Tallow, rest in peace.
Yeah.
A hero in his own right and taken down in the field. A great character, as far as I'm concerned. Right. Yeah. So we got Fury here bringing the president in after taking him in the Fury mobile.
Yeah.
And
dope car.
A lot of people were saying like this seems lackluster for a arrival of the president.
Yeah, where was everybody?
You know, you would think that there'd be a lot more going on, some, you know, a lot more nurses. He would be getting a lot more attention.
You would assume.
I can see why there really wouldn't be many guards and stuff like that, considering what just happened. Why would the guards be there with Fury?
Because he came solo.
Yeah, he's a solo character, right? And as he's wheeling him in and stuff like that, they won't let him in because of he doesn't have clearance anymore. Or did he ever have clearance for the president? I don't know. But he whispers into the president's ear.
Sweet nothings.
Sweet nothing. It looks like he's going to give him a bit of a kiss.
Yeah.
But no, that's not right. That's not true. He wants to let him not to trust Colonel Skrulls.
Yeah.
Do not trust Colonel Skrulls. It wasn't the Russians, he says. Is he coherent enough to hear this? This is the big thing, okay? Because later on, when we're talking about Rhodes trying to convince him of other things, this is where my question of how much did he get out of this portion right here?
Yeah.
How much did he hear? Right? Because he is quite injured at this moment.
He is.
Right?
Indeed.
Yeah, we always do forget to throw out that spoiler alert. This came out on Wednesday, so hopefully everyone got a chance to see it.
I hope so.
On the TV, in the hospital, there is a depiction of what looks like Talos being helped by. Now, is this an American soldier?
I'm
or a Russian soldier.
Those were the American soldiers, because those were the guys that were standing around right around where the president was. So that's
what I thought.
Like he's helping, and he's an American, so it looks like the American friends.
But in this next slide, we're seeing that he's being suspected as being involved in the ambush of the U.S. president, right?
Yeah.
So why, in that manner, would there be a U.S. soldier trying to help them out if they're trying to depict that?
I don't know. It's such a weird.
It is.
Is it an oversight? I don't know.
I don't know. Now, obviously, we know that was that was.
Come on.
God, it's not Grievous. I know that. I said it earlier before the show. Gravik.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we know that's Gravik. But yeah, they are trying to depict him as an enemy of the United States.
Right.
Which is a shame, because he's
a hero.
Literally a hero.
He got the president out.
Right? The president's alive because of him. Okay. They won't let Fury in.
No.
But Fury's not going to have that. He is going to be standing guard regardless, right? The mean look on his face.
He looks upset. He had a rough day.
I don't know if it's the scar on his face or not, but it gives him that like stank eye look.
Yeah.
You know? Like he's constantly giving the stank eye.
Motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking
in this motherfucking hospital, you know? Yeah, he's gun out, all business right here. What can you say? Right? In the meantime, right, we got Gravik.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the compound. And we've
got back and he's chatting it up with these lieutenant guys.
Yeah, well, we've got the people arriving back at the compound. And what's the guy's name? I would say his general, his second in command. It starts with a P, I think.
T?
P.
P?
Yeah, I can't. I keep forgetting his name. I should have jotted it down. I should have put it on a clip.
Peter?
Something to keep
on the board.
Peter. Yes, it was something cool actually too.
Are you sure it was something cool? Pagan.
There we go. That's a cool name.
That is a cool name.
All right, you doubted me.
I did. I was like,
All right, but anyway, Pagan starts to question the motives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was sent away, and this is the first time that they say that they're specifically looking for Avenger DNA.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been where it was supposed to be.
Well, and they kind of talk about it too, where Gravik was like a part of the team, that the sweep team that went through
that collected this stuff, right?
So specifically, they're looking for Avengers DNA.
Yeah, and so far, that's been unsuccessful. Obviously, they've got a little bit of Groot stuff. They've got a couple other things, which is plenty good.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what do you need Avengers DNA for when you got this shit?
Oh, I think the original plan is, hey, we're gonna match what they can throw at us type deal. A lot of times the Guardians are off in space and stuff like that. How did he even get Groot stuff?
I think it was after the Earth War, the straight up.
Yeah, I think all of this was after the Earth War. That's what they were doing, right? So yeah, Gravik being one of the people who explained later was on the crew that was gathering this stuff. He would know most about it, and he would maybe have access to some of them, right? But what is it? Pagan, he starts to question the plan and stuff like that, question his leadership, right?
And you don't do that, obviously.
You don't do that because you get wood. That is what you get. Okay. You get a little bit of Groot limbs right through you, and he takes out Pagan. And you would think that he'd have a little more respect for his second hand guy.
Yeah.
Nothing, right? And here's the thing that Gravik, even at this point in time, I don't find him to be a fearful villain.
No. At
no point in time do I feel like he's just a upset kid that has a god complex.
Yeah.
There's at no point I don't think he's a great villain.
No, he hasn't been spectacular.
Right? So takes out his general.
It's like a Gen X.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's been doing. He's been whining up like a storm, and when one thing doesn't pan out, he goes to another extreme.
Yeah. Gonna fucking blow it up.
Right? Because he calls Rhodey up right after. Scrody. And he's pretty much, kill all the Skrulls. Make it look like they're with the Russians. Your plans are stupid.
Yeah, it's an awful plan.
His whole thing is if I don't start a war at all costs, I'm a failure.
Why this portion here, I'm just so confused as to why he's like just gonna blow the Skrulls up.
Like instead of trying to make it their home, now he's going to sacrifice all the people that he's supposed to be fighting for so that it looks like there's a invasion and that they're with the Russians. This is weird.
Yeah.
You know, it's a crazy little ploy that just doesn't seem. I don't know.
This part seems like rushed writing. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately. All right. So Rhodes has got to go to Scroties. Okay. Scrodes has got to go to the president who's in the hospital. And he's got to convince the president that this is all true so that they bomb the facility, right?
Yeah.
Which would start a war.
Yeah. Between Russia,
the major plan,
the United States, I guess.
It just seems all a little lackluster, you know.
It's so all over the place.
He's met there by none other than Fury, because Fury is watching the door.
And angry. Furious.
And he throws him up against the wall. And he goes, Rhodey, you a damn Skrull. You're a damn Skrull. All right. He's like
almost accurate, actually. So
yeah. Gun to his face. Scrooge is so arrogant at this point.
Yeah.
That he just laughs it off and stuff like that. Now he says this in front of the guards, whether it's not loud enough for them to hear or whether the guards are Skrull. I don't think so, because I believe that's the same guard that he broke the arm of.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if Fury has the strength to break a Skrull arm.
I don't think so. I want to say he wouldn't be able to, just with his little human arms.
His little human arms. I'm going to tell Samuel you said that. Okay? I'm going to be telling Samuel you said that.
When you talk to him next.
Yeah, when I talk to him, because we do on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So essentially, Nick Fury gets booted out, and he's told, essentially, don't show your face.
Or else.
Yeah. He's got...
Well, and he leaked that video of him, or grabbing...
Yes.
Killing... of him killing... you know... That other one. Maria
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria Hill. Yeah. So, yeah, now he's a ridiculously famous fugitive.
Yeah.
Because that was leaked, and now he's got to go on the run. And, Scrooge even says, you show your face again, and I'll show you the full force of my power, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know? So he's off. But he ain't going to sit still. You know that the Nick Fury that we love going to do everything he can, right? But in the meantime, we've got Sonya Ballsworth, which I believe...
I loved her since she was introduced.
MVP of this episode for sure.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. She's just got this glee about her while she's doing things.
Yeah.
That's just fantastic. Okay. She infiltrates the office of this guy whom earlier in the season she suspected was a spy or a Skrull of some sort, right?
Yeah.
Just pays him a visit just to out him, I think.
Well, that's her boss.
All right.
Right.
Is that her boss? Like,
yeah.
So is she here just to out him?
Yeah. She's getting that guy out of there.
She doesn't kill him. She just shoots him in the leg to reveal that he can change.
Yeah.
So what was the whole purpose of this?
Well, now she's the boss. right? She took over.
Oh yeah, because when they're in the car, she said that she took that position by force.
Well, she must have come up to some solid conclusion that was a Skrull, or she wouldn't have just marched in and shot him, I guess.
Yeah. Because all the guards just stand down after that, right?
Yeah, they're like, "Oh shit."
So yeah, I didn't put the two and two together. Whether he's still alive or not, I don't know. She doesn't have a problem just unaliving people,
right?
Right?
Well, and she straight told that dude that they don't have anything that says they can't just shoot Skrulls. Like after she wounds him, so
yeah, like there's no like legislation against it type deal, right? Like,
yeah. She will cap you. She doesn't.
Yeah, she has no problem. You know, they haven't really put in like a law about this yet.
No.
So I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm just gonna cap you. So Gravik has instilled a little bit of distrust.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
They're not really happy with him because this guy, whom was just a guy at the gate not long ago.
Yep.
Looking for somewhere to chill. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he was kind of backstabbed during the Gaia ploy. Right? He was one of the 3 people that were kind of like almost sacrificed for that ploy. And now he watched the general of this, let's call it an army.
Well, there's like 1 million of them, isn't it?
Right. Just get taken down with no respect at all. So I'm assuming he does it, but he puts together kind of a mutiny. They try to take him down pointlessly, I think, because they have to know that he's got some sort of powers by now, right?
At least tree arms, if they haven't seen him, heal instantly, which a whole bunch of them did in the cafe.
Yeah. Puts the bag, try to suffocate him, right? They beat him and stuff like that. He pretty much massacres everybody there. Shows his true form. Is this the first time?
I want to say yes. I can't think of a time that we've seen him before this.
Because he's not commonly shown in this form. Whether it's something along the lines of he's comfortable in the other one, or I don't know. Is it a tactic?
To the lieutenants before that too,
like they have to keep face.
You're all faceless. Blah, blah,
yeah.
Blah.
So there's a reason for that, and I think this was forced out of him at this point.
Well, he's angry. He's not holding. He was beaten up a bit.
Yeah. And then he
make a point, like some emphasis.
Yeah. This is definitely a show of like, if you are disobedient, this is going to be you.
Yeah.
Right.
But now he's basically just saying, "Hey, I'm a dictator." Like,
yeah,
that's where we've he's.
This is just more of him being that child.
Yeah. Although if someone tried to kill me with a bag, I'd also kill them. Like, if I
I mean, I'm not saying at this particular moment he's not.
But he was being a big dick.
Yeah, I mean, I think he earned his mutiny.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you be a dick long enough and people are going to be like, hey, you know what? We might need a new leader.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think that you're up till right now, how's he really succeeded?
He hasn't talked big game, been a dick, screwed up, and gotten super powered for himself, and that was it.
Yeah. And he's not really accomplished his goal in 5 episodes.
No.
So meanwhile, Fury's got to go back to one of the original, I think, safe houses.
Yeah.
Because he is a fugitive, he's wanted. But does he suspect that Gaia will be there?
I don't know. Because he's got to know, like when the cops come, he wasn't surprised, really. Like he
No.
knew they would go there, and it's an old safe house. So
Yeah,
why,
and he
why did he visit there other than
nostalgia.
the potential? Maybe nostalgia, and he did kind of say he feels powerful when he's there.
Yeah, there's a lot of history here, which he explains.
Yeah,
and stuff like that, right? She grew up there. There's a lot of history there for her too. So is it surprising? No, not really.
I don't think so.
All right. But by the end of this,
she's got to be the future leader of the Skrulls, right? Like
her,
gotta be it.
I would imagine I could see that becoming a thing, right? But she has to essentially now bury her father.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think even if I'm wrong, I thought I had read that she was like a princess or something of the Skrulls or some bloody thing.
Yeah, see that I'm not sure about. If I'm being honest, I didn't read much about the Skrulls prior to this show. I thought they were cool. You know, I have a couple of Skrull books and stuff like that, but do I know a lot about them? I don't think so. So it's kind of a new avenue for me to go down in the Marvel universe.
So is that something that you're gonna do you think? Or
I like the Skrull. I just don't know that this show is like really pushing me to. I'm not like after the show going, hey, I need to learn more. You know, I like the concept of the Super Skrull and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's some of the larger events and some of the books that I have too. So like it's something I really should
get on it then.
I will get on it.
To know
this fantastic woman here. Okay, we're back to her, and she has infiltrated another home with these people, which are the scientists that are creating the I was going to say super collider, but
super Skrullinator.
Super Skrullinator. And she's just hilarious.
Yeah.
When it comes to these interactions. You know, she's like, I'm you know, super good at being your friend.
Yeah. We could be BFFs.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really good at not being your best friend.
Yeah. I just think her style is fantastic. The way she goes about things. She's like does it with a smile on her face. All right.
It's like they wanted to make someone who was as good as Fury at that job, but the exact opposite.
Yeah, just not a crusty old man. Right. And like I said, like she's probably my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah.
So she gets some information about the Super Skrullinator.
Yeah.
And then
are these two Skrulls, or they got to be, right?
Oh yeah, they're Skrulls because when she unalives this guy, there's the purple blood on.
Oh yeah.
On her face.
And she won't. Yeah, he says something about not letting her betray Gravik and stuff like that.
Yeah, so he's a hardcore, you know, for the cause kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know that she is anymore. I think she just wants to live.
Yeah.
But this guy's real downfall was not realizing how little that Sonya cares.
Yeah. Yeah. She just caps him.
Without hesitation. It's like, boom. And now the other one knows not to mess around.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't need two of you.
Like, honestly, the female Skrull there is the more important of the two.
Yeah.
She has all the information she created with whether it be human memories and technology. She created the Skrullinator.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, like I said, just an amazing acting job by the lady who plays Sonya.
All
right. Yeah. Maybe I'll throw her name up there because
Olivia Colman.
Yeah, I looked it up earlier and I meant to put it on, but what a great actor. Um, we're gonna hop over here to the funeral.
Yeah. So
Which is
Fury sends Gaia to his wife to do the thing, which I thought was a great scene too, and it shows
culture.
like how much of that culture is being lost as they've been on Earth, because Gaia's basically grown up there, and she doesn't know like the prayer and stuff like that. She says so.
Yeah. She does know like the language, but not the prayers. The rituals and stuff that go along with this are really cool, and it does show like a little bit of the Skrull culture, the Skrullture.
The Skrull.
And I think that's cool. I think that's important to have. The differences between these two Skrull are immense.
Oh yeah.
Like the way that they think, it is very similar to just the difference between a more experienced person and a younger person.
Yeah, it's like a boomer and a Gen X we got going on.
Yeah,
having a combo.
You know, like to the point where to the point where Gaia, what's that?
Gen Z and a Gen X having a conversation.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
to the point where she even like she has the youthful outlook of like, we shouldn't have to keep this guise up.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas on the other hand, she came from a different time and realized that sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You know, there's just two different views here, and almost to an offensive, like Gaia offended her.
Oh yeah. And then tries to apologize for it.
Yeah. But you know, it's still a great scene where we can see the differences between the two characters, and the youthful outlook on things, which is something that, you know, we deal with in human.
What a kind of like juxtaposition of this relationship and say like Talos and Gravik, that same big generational gap, in the way obviously it went much worse on their end, but these guys seem to be able to maybe make it work.
Yeah, and even like Talos is had a more let's try to make things work attitude, whereas obviously Gravik has a I'm a spoiled brat, I want to blow things up attitude. Right, which is exactly what he comes off as in this.
Yeah.
Their conversation doesn't last too long before they start getting shot at, because she stays in this home because she loves it, knowing that there's going to be an assassin or a group of assassins that are going to come to shoot her. In fact, she even thinks that Gaia is that when she first appears.
Yeah.
Right.
But they go badass mode. I love.
They do go badass mode.
Good action sequence too.
It is. It's probably one of the better ones in this series. No longer are the green pots or the green teapots. Okay, they've now been shot at.
Stormtroopers coming after him.
We got your high-tech laser sight guns coming in. All right,
coming in hot.
But that's not going to be enough because they've got Terminators gears. All right, bulletproof vests with the backpacks and all the weapons in it and stuff like that. They pull it out of like a drawer.
Yeah.
In her office or something like that. Okay. Just taking them down one by one, working pretty well as a team here.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously both well trained.
Yeah. They're definitely not weak in that manner.
No.
All right. Yep, they are not getting taken out that easily. Most definitely. One of the cooler action scenes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, this series is kind of lacking in them was not that type of series, really.
Yeah.
So it is good to see that for my preference. I like a little bit of action here and there, so that's good. They do survive, though. They do survive.
And I don't know where his wife's going now, but
well, she said, "I'm just gonna wait in my house that I live."
So she's
and
going
then
back to the house.
she gets shot at a couple of times, and then they leave. It's like, okay, maybe I won't wait in my house to get killed.
Well, maybe she did though, because she just dropped guy off, didn't she?
Did she go back?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Go and clean up her teapot. I hope we get to see whether she just is still chilling at the house. Like
just a bunch of holes in the walls and stuff like that. She's just not the same. The house isn't the same ever since it got shot up.
She's got the putty out.
Just it up. Doing some repairs and stuff like that. You know, next guy comes in, you're gonna make yourself useful. You know. So we're over at the hospital. Skrulls has got to convince the president of the plan.
Skrulls has been threatened into this as well because he thinks it's crazy. And
he didn't think it was a fantastic idea.
You know what I'll do if you don't do it?
Yeah, like, stick you with some wood.
Yeah.
Here's my question, and this is going to go back to when he first took him into the hospital. How coherent was the president here?
Hopefully real coherent.
And is he putting up a front on kind of like acting like he believes Rhodes right now? Or is he, is he hooked? Does he actually think he needs to do this? This is the big question in my head.
Yeah.
I got a feeling
that
tonight's gonna be a good night.
I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
Well, he's the president of the United States. They do love to blow things up.
Yeah, I know, but I think he's playing nice right now. I think that ultimately, he might have heard the "don't trust Rhodey" part.
Yeah.
But he's got to act the part right now, I think, is what it is.
That's fair.
Now, I have been wrong about a few things in this series.
Yes.
So I would not be surprised if that was also incorrect. All right. But he's showing him an aerial view of the base in Russia.
Yes.
Trying to prove that there is a Skrull Russia alliance.
Right.
And that they need to eliminate that with a bombing, which will start a war.
See, I'm looking at this, and it's not like you see Skrulls on there. It's just
no. Like, what does this really prove?
I don't know.
Like he's got to have more slides.
All right. Had to be more slides.
It's got to be more slides. Because, like, if I was the president, I'd be like, yeah, okay, so that is a factory. That's a factory area. Yes. Thank you.
Cool. Good picture.
It's not gonna last too long if this guy has anything to say about it, though.
No,
because he is very content looking in his new jet.
Yeah.
All right, just snuggling in there. I think I captured a nice little picture
great shot
of him relaxing a little. All right, looks like he might be taking a poop. I don't know. All right. He was secured the plane by this gentleman who has some other gadgets for him too.
I couldn't figure out where I had seen him before, but I knew I had seen him in something.
Yeah. So as I told you earlier, I do not know the character's name offhand, but he is the he is Black Widow's. It was in the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
And he was her, what is it, liaison?
I don't know. I think he's just a guy who can get things, isn't he? Basically.
He pretty much took care of her and stuff like that. And it was like an off-duty, when under the books kind of go-get guy. Right? got her gear, got her around and stuff like that. And obviously he's been doing the same thing for Fury for some time, because he knows about the carriers and a lot of other things that he normally wouldn't know about if he wasn't kind of on the inside.
Yeah. And I mean, he's only listed as agent in the thing that I can find for the Black Widow movie. So I don't even.
I'm sure they said a name at some point, but who knows? Maybe they didn't. But I could see this character reoccurring. Because they like to kind of pull like these obscure characters out and then use them over and over again, and it's kind of like a good little throwback. Ties some things together. So I like it. I like it a lot.
Do you?
I do. So he does get Fury some other things. Yet a little bit of an older technology apparently.
Well, yeah, he doesn't get the brand new stuff.
Yeah, right. But he does get him enough equipment that he can sneak into Russia using some what did I call it earlier? Some Total Recall action here.
Yeah.
All right.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, sneaks in because they are definitely looking for him all over the world apparently, because it's a bit of an older picture, but everybody's looking out for him. So he's got to sneak in using this technology so that he can meet Sonya. Great seeing them team up, kind of.
Yeah.
Right. I hope we see more of that.
I love that she just, as soon as she turns on the car, it's just nothing but gangster rap.
Yeah, he's like, this is what we're doing. All right. Now he does pull that thing off, and she says, "Oh, all this technology, and you can only change your face." And he says that they are working on something that can change the whole body.
Well, I think he said that what he's got is the old model.
Yeah.
They already have.
So quite possibly they could change similar to a Skrull. All right. They're driving. They're talking about the plan and stuff like that. And he's had a conversation with Gravik where Gravik has said, "I'll stop everything if you can get me the harvest," which we find out here is blood samples of the superheroes, the Avengers, and so forth, right? Gravik, this is where we find out Gravik was one of the crew members that was going undercover and collecting these after the big battle.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is how he got the samples, probably.
Yeah, giving him the knowledge and some of the samples to pull all of this off, hopefully in his head, right? But why are we risking all of this to give him this blood? Specifically, the blood of Carol Danvers, like possibly one of the most powerful characters in the MCU.
Yeah.
Like,
that would really super up the Skrull.
That really would. Anyway, he's agreed to it. Whether he does this or not, I don't know.
So they can fly their ass off the planet?
Yeah, I don't know. Turns out that he's got Nick Fury's got countless fake graves all over the world, where he just hides important things, I guess. This one here being, where was it? I think
Finland.
Finland, yeah, it is Finland. You're correct. Yeah.
200 something kilometers from the Russian border.
Yeah. So he blows on it. Gives it a little bit of a wisp. Okay. It opens up, reveals this vial, which I'm assuming is some sort of mixture holding Carol Danvers' DNA. And then he goes into his
mausoleum
tomb there, right? And looks in with his good eye, I'm assuming, into this where you would assume normally would be like a grave there, right?
There were some ashes or something in there.
Yeah. It opens up. He pulls out a coat, From another one, he pulls out a patch. From another one, he pulls out a gun. Okay. And then he gets on the phone and he says, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's he talking to?
Gravik.
Is he?
I think. You know what? I assumed until you just said that. Gosh darn it. I assumed until you just said that. Till this exact moment, I assumed.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so curious.
Yeah, I know. You got me curious now. Look what you've done. All right. We're going to have to come up with some theories.
It's going to be exciting.
All right.
And then he walks out.
And then he walks out looking like the old Fury.
That's right.
With a hat. It's almost like a rebirth here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to get into some serious badassism.
Well, because he's going to die next episode, right?
No, he's not. Don't say that. Like, I've seen a bunch of people say, oh, he's going to die next episode. If he does, I seriously am going to be upset. All right. And earlier we were talking about a possible poster for the Marvels, which I believe is a official poster.
I want to say it is.
Now it's hard to tell nowadays whether something is official that you find online.
But this one, I believe, came directly from Disney website.
Okay, so if that is true, then he is definitely on the poster, and we can assume he's in that movie. Now, again, you have to spoil all my fucking good vibes and say maybe they're just flashbacks.
Well, that's potential,
right? And there is that potential, but I want to hold on to hope that they don't kill Nick Fury off in what a lackluster series, which they obviously didn't expect to be lackluster, but let's hope that at the very least something larger brings his demise.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the hope, right?
I think that's fair enough. Okay. So there's a couple things that we need to discuss, I think. Yeah. When do you think that Rhodey was swapped? It's a hard one because I think that if you say that he was swapped before the death of Tony Stark,
I don't think so.
That cheapens a moment.
I don't think so. It had to have been after that. And I feel like Tony would have known, and Rhodey, I'm sure, can't get into the suit.
Yeah, you might be right. It may be encoded to him. Also, there's a bit of an attitude change. With like Skrulls has a bit of an attitude change, right? Some people are saying sometime between then and the funeral, which would mark a couple fake tears at the funeral, but I think would be more acceptable than before the actual death, because that moment when he dies, I don't think you can cheapen that moment.
No.
Right.
Also
okay,
though, it's hard because we saw that in this show that with the memories being pulled, there's a potential of, caring about, say, that guy cared
about the kid, right? So that's something. If you're watching and you want to leave your thoughts on that, that'd be awesome, because this is something that I've been thinking about. Right. The only other thing I'm thinking about is that now that we have Fury and knowing that there was these blood samples collected. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that explain why Fury was so distant at Tony's funeral? Like, he stood at the back and he watched over, and or was that just him being Fury?
Could have just been him being Fury at the same time.
So, what do you got there?
This is somebody's mom, who's only seen very few Marvel movies saying who they thought these people were.
Okay, so this is Mustache Man.
Yeah, we have Mustache Man here.
Plastic Face. Fabio. She knows who the Hulk is.
Yes.
Red, and then I think that insinuate that's Jason Bourne is what he's saying. Hawkeye is
Jason Bourne there.
Just serious.
There's V.
Close.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Oh, that's the guy you like.
Oh, that guy you like. Yeah, that's accurate.
Is that Black Panther?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We've got...
I can't really see what it says there for Scott Lang.
That looks like Adam Levine.
Okay.
That's the Galaxy guy.
Well, that's close.
Cool. The Grinch. Tattoo Man.
Yep.
Groot. Rocky. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Praying Mantis. That's halfway there.
Bad Heart.
Yeah, Bad Heart. Who you love.
Obviously, her grandson, her mom, or son or whatever loves Spider-Man.
Yeah. What? And there's Skrulls there.
Yeah. Bug-Eye.
Looks like a girl.
Not inaccurate. A pirate.
There's a pirate.
Oh, Scarface.
Dude.
Oh, dude, he doesn't deserve that.
Dudette. Don't mess with me.
I don't think she deserves that.
Oh, that could be, I believe it says, oh, that could be Black Panther.
Could have been.
There's I don't know what that one is. And it won't let me scroll. Here we go. Do you want cake?
I don't know how accurate that might be.
Iceman.
Iceman. That's a bit far off.
Yeah, and Serious Guy.
Serious Guy. He could be serious. He used to be.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
All right. I find that humorous. The Hulk was spot on.
Got it.
Right.
Well,
anyway,
Groot.
Oh yeah, Groot and Rocky. Good old Rocky Raccoon.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, as far as this episode goes, I thought it was a fairly good episode.
That was solid.
I think a lot of it had to do with Sonya's, and because I really enjoyed that. If I'm gonna go for a banana scale on this real quick,
which you are,
I'm gonna. Do I dare go up from a 6.5 to a 7? I think I'm gonna have to on this one. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Great ending on it too.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll up from my 6 to a 6.5 as well. So.
No, I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Again, we'll see with this last episode coming up, man.
Yeah, and I mean, they got a lot to do, but
a lot to do again in one episode.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if they do it again.
Don't forget the socials. It's the other way. It's over there.
No, it's right there.
No, it's over there. Which side of the screen do you think you were on?
I'm pointing at it on my thing.
Oh, but there's a thing right over there on our screen that says we got Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yes, when I point, my picture is pointing at it.
Do I have my screen flipped?
Maybe.
What's happening? No, am I pointing at it right now?
Yes, we're both pointing at it.
I'm so confused right now. Like, subscribe.
Have to watch it back and see. Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Leave comments. We need comments. We love comments.
Any interaction is fine.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
Guys.
Call me.
Yeah, on his personal phone. I'll give you that in the description.
Yeah.
Probably not. All right. Take care, guys. We love you.
That's not right.
It's not even a good peach.
No.
Goodness gracious. Down.